Hello, and welcome to this little guide I'm going to be making on how to complete Leagues A and B for Muppet RaceMania. Hello, YouTube. My name is Sam. I'm currently 4th place for Leagues A and B. So, we're going to load into the game now. So, the run is fairly short. It's around a 20-minute category, but with lots of places for optimizations. So hopefully with this guide, I'll be able to talk through a lot. And I've got my chat here as well, who will hopefully be helping along the way and posting chickens, as you can see. Right. And posting loading beaker. Right. Before, though, we get into the run, we're just going to go to this screen to have no music.
I think you and I would make a great team.
So do I, Kermit. There's a few, like, before runs things I should explain.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Okay. So the first is that most runners choose to run on EPSXE, which is what I would recommend as well. If you have the ability to run on hardware, though, do it. I'm not going to stop you. With EPSXE, there's the overclocking setting, and you are allowed to turn the overclocking up to the highest setting, which is 4. All that does for this game, for other games, it might alter certain other things. But for this game,
I think you and I would make a great team.
all it does is that it speeds up loads. That's all it does. So it is allowed for this game. Okay. The other difference is the differences between the NTSC version and the PAL version. There aren't many differences, and all the skips I will show off in this video you are able to do on either version. The better one for running, though, is definitely NTSC, because NTSC has all the tracks open by default. And both leagues open by default, I believe. And overall, it's just much better for running. So if you're going to run the game, play the NTSC version if you can. All right. A few more things you're going to need. Well, first thing you need to do is go to the screen, go back, so you're on this screen. Seems like playing with yes. And there's a couple of cheat codes you want to input. Yeah, and it'll be on the screen. So the first cheat code will unlock every Muppet in every vehicle, and that cheat is, I've written down here, triangle, circle, triangle, square, triangle, X, triangle, X, circle. Or, that's on a PlayStation controller, or whatever your equivalent is. So, you know, X would be here, this would be square, this would be circle, this would be triangle. So whatever your equivalent is. The second cheat you want to use is studio cheat. So and that is square, square, circle, circle, X, circle, triangle, square. The reason we unlock studio is that after we've completed either league, you can do the leagues in either order you want. After you win the league, if you have studio unlocked, you'll then be sent to studio, and it will allow you to start the next league faster. Otherwise, it would send you back to this screen with another loading screen, and just it saves a bit of time. Also, Lance, we are indeed going to be learning today, so take notes, people G. Another thing you'll want to do before your runs is you want to enter all 12 of the tracks, including actually plus studio 13 tracks one time. And why do we do that? It's because the first time, and only the first time you load into the game, it's definitely on the NTSC version, might be different on PAL, but when you load into each track, a clip from the movie plays. And you just want to enter and skip past it. So now, if I go back to the main menu and go to Swamp again, you'll notice that that clip doesn't play. Animal. So yeah, you want to enter every track one time. Skip the movie. I'm not going to be doing that for this guy just to save time, but yeah. Yes, it's free time save. Right. Next thing you'll want to know about is Muppet choice. So there's 25 Muppets you can play as. There are 25 Muppets. You can play as whoever you want. The main thing to know though is what car to use. The car you want to use is this one, the Sportster. But we're making it safe. I'll stop cutscenes. Honestly, Izzy, I don't know. I believe that on the PAL version, the movies don't play again, but I could be wrong. Or it could be a console versus MU thing. I don't know. But you can always make a save file if you're on console and see, because then you won't have to put in the cheats again. But if you have to skip on moves again, then so be it. Like on MU, after you've done that, you can make a save state. Save states are totally allowed. You're just not allowed to use them during runs, but you're allowed to use them to restart runs, set everything up. That's fine. Use it as flying for Yes, indeed. Right. So yes, this is the car you want to use, the Sportster. But yeah, with the cheat unlocked, you can mix and match any combination. Yes, Izzy, I believe it will. Now, there is one other thing that could alter your preference of Muppet, and that is the special move. So each Muppet has their own special move, and they affect all the other races for up to 5 seconds. Some Muppet specials keep you in the same place, others allow you to keep moving. And it's recommended you play as a Muppet with a worse special, which means you play as a Muppet with a good special, which then means you can't be special by that Muppet. So some of the Muppets who have really good specials, there's Gonzo, keeps you in place, Rizzo, Rolf, Janice, Dr. Teeth, Floyd, Scooter, Bobo, Robin, Johnny, Sal, Bean Bunny, Clifford. So yeah, all of those keep you in the same place. So those would be good Muppets to play as. Not so good Muppets to play as would be Kermit, Piggy. I can't think of what Fozzie's is. There's some that just let you keep moving. Beaker's isn't good, lets you keep moving, so I wouldn't recommend playing as Beaker. Zoot lets you keep moving, but you kind of hover in the air as well. Bunsen's is bad. Sam is bad. I think Pepe just shrinks you, but you just keep going straight to Pepe's. Lynx turns you into an ice cube, so can be good depending on where you are, but usually not. Also, I hate Link, so don't play as Link. So yeah, and also we also hate Clifford. Clifford has problems with the IRS. He doesn't pay his taxes, so don't play as Clifford. But honestly, play as whoever you want. The world record run by Zeev, the 1803, uses Bunsen. So honestly, play as whoever you want. Play as whoever you want. For this guide, I'll be playing as my main character, which is Johnny Fiamma. So it doesn't matter what Muppet you pick, just pick this car. Right, we're going to enter the race. Well, first thing I explain is starting boost. You get this little rhythm game. It's just copy the buttons. Simple as just copy the buttons. Right, basic tech. Right, so obviously X to accelerate, a circle, or whatever your equivalent is, B is reverse, Square is your jump button. You can jump in this game. There's a few parts where we'll be jumping about. Like, this game isn't just a racing game. It also has platforming levels called stunts, but we're not going to be focusing on those today. I don't know if I'll ever make a stunts guide. Maybe someone more experienced with stunts can do one. But who knows? But yeah. And then triangle aims your camera at the nearest Muppet to you. This is completely useless. I believe there are a few times in run where we will be jumping. Ow. Wait. Right. So, got reverse. Reverse is also your brake button. So, when you're turning a corner, so this is just, I'm just holding left on the control stick. If you press your brake button, you can see you can turn much tighter. So let's find a sharp turn. Right. Just for example, let's say I want to go in here. This isn't needed in the race, but let's say I had a tight turn to go on. Just holding left, you can see it gets me there, but could have been much easier. Whereas if I... Oh, hi Sal. Sal is Johnny's best friend. Best mate. If I use my brake turn, you can see just how much easier that turn was. So yes, if you're going around a tight corner, use the brake turn. Or around most corners, to be honest. Because the tighter lines you can take, obviously, the faster you can go. Look, I'm just holding left, and you can see just how wide Johnny can go. But if I brake turn, you can just see how tight you can stay to the middle. Yes, all cars have different handling. The reason we use the Sportster is because it's the only car with, I believe, 5 stars top speed. It's either 4 or 5 stars. I can... On the Meet the Muppet screen, it actually gives you all the car stats. So let's just go there quickly. Test drive the Kermit. I believe we can change vehicles on here? Maybe not. Thought we could. So yeah, this is Kermit, for example. Handling is 3. I believe that's handling, or it might be grip. Handling 3, top speed 4. Oh, these are different surfaces. I will I guess here would be a good place to explain different surfaces. Oh, here we go. Pressing start changes the car. So you can see Fozzie's has 5 for handling, 5 for turning, but only 2 top speed. So let's go to the Sportster. So the Sportster has 5 for handling, only 1 for the turning stat. So without brake turning, it actually turns really slow, as you can see. But it's the only car with 5 top speed, so we use it. Compare that to here. You can see just how much faster the supercharger turns. Then there's the hovercraft. This is Bunsen's vehicle. This is the worst vehicle in the game. Do not use this one, whatever you do. 1 handling, 1 top speed. Really good turning, as you can see. Yes, there is hovercraft percent, but yeah. So yeah, just from turning in a circle, you can just see, like, this is Johnny's car. You can just see the difference in stats that all the cars have just by looking at how they drive. Let's go back to the monster truck quickly. Okay. Compare this turning to this turning. You can just see how much faster it can do, like a 360. Right, let's go back to the Sportster. I guess I can explain different surfaces here. So different surfaces will affect how you drive. So this is snow. There's also ice that just is what you expect. You just kind of... What's the word? You kind of skid around, slip over... Sand will slow you down. Sand slows you down. It's a lot rougher terrain. Yeah. This is just your standard tarmac, nice and smooth. Grass is also rough. Slow you down. So these two are the surfaces to avoid if you can. There's also polished floors in one track, in particular Mallory Gallery, which is a bit slidey, but not as slidey as ice. Alright, let's go back to Swamp. So I can explain any more things.
Hey, do you want to watch this race? I can't. I'm swamped. Oh!
Also, every time you enter a track, you'll get a stat reward or joke, and they are amazing. Okay, boost is the next thing. So what we have here is food. We like to call it fruit in the Muppet RaceMania community. Most of the community, anyway. The correct term for it is food. We like to call it fruit, even though one of them is very clearly a carrot, as you can see. So every time you collect a piece, you also vindicate. Thank you, thank you. Tutorial percent today. So let's just see how much is it to fill up when you collect. So every time you collect a piece, 2, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Breathe. 36 it seems. So yes, when you fill up the canister, anyway, you get 2 options. One is the star boost, the second is special move. So when you use special move, it affects all the other Muppets. So you see Clifford is now just stuck in place. It will affect you as well if you get special by another Muppet. $20, $21, $24, $27, $30. Okay, it's 35 seems. The special move is to use the special move. It's right trigger is your special move. Items are the left triggers. We'll get onto them. And then the second option, which is with right bumper, is the star boost. This is your bullet bill equivalent for Mario Kart. It drives for you, propels you forwards. We'll only be using this in 2 levels this run. Actually, no, we'll only be using this in 1 level this run. A higher level, there is another level that will use it, but will it? Oh no. DNF, Sag. Yeah, they'd all already finished, so doesn't it matter what lap I was on. So yes, for the sake of leagues A and B, special move is useless. $31, 33, 34, 30. It's 35, yeah. So yeah, star boost is the more important. Again, we're only using that in 1 track. Otherwise, it will just be a case of collect boost, and you use right bumper to use boost. There is one other instance of using boost, and that's if you get specialed, but we'll explain that when I actually get specialed at some point in this guide. Right, items. So every time you collect a star here, you get a random item, which you can see in the top left. There's 4 items. There's the fish and the chicken. To use the top item, it's left bumper, and to use the bottom item, it's right trigger. Yeah, me too, actually. I say the right trigger. Left bumper for the top, left trigger for the bottom. So the chicken is kind of like your red shell. Kind of homes in on your opponents. Doesn't always hit them, but usually does. Fish just shoots straight forwards. Then two others. Got the penguin, which is your banana skin equivalent. Fire it behind you. And then there's one other, which is, if I can find one. There we go, it's the bomb. And the bomb just bounces along. And items aren't super important, but they can help. It's another case where if you want to take... Okay, there's another thing items do, which is they affect... Like, watch this. I'm going to fire a fish and look what happens to Johnny. He gets pushed back a little bit. He does get pushed back a little bit. And if I can find a penguin... Same with any item you throw forward. If you've got a penguin, you get pushed forwards a little bit. So if you can avoid it, don't throw any items while you're driving forwards, because it will actually, you know, it won't help you at all, and there's, I believe it might actually slow you down just a tiny bit. That might not be completely right, but just don't throw items willy-nilly. There are some cases though where throwing items can benefit. One, I'll explain one in particular in Treasure Island when we get there. But say you're moving down, like from a high ledge, for a bomb, it will propel you down slightly faster. This isn't a great place to explain it, but as I say, I'll explain it later. You can also use boost to get back to the ground faster. There's another, if you're like at a standstill for whatever reason, you can just fire a penguin and it'll get you moving faster. Yeah. And then another way you can use items, let me get a fish, would be the best one to explain this with. Like, let's say you want to turn a sharp corner, instead of just turning the sharp corner. As you turn, fire an item. And that will make you turn it, help you turn sharper. As the throwing the item will push you back slightly, which means you can take that corner much tighter. Well, it will help going around corners, ever so slightly, not much. It's only like a couple frames, a few frames it will save, but it will help going around corners. Just throwing an item as you go around. Right, I think that's all the basic tech. I've explained starting boost. Yep. I think we're ready to get into the tracks. So yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah, I also mentioned earlier that you can do the leagues in whichever order you want. You can do A then B or B then A. They must be done on 3 laps. It is highly, highly, highly recommended, though, that you do League B first. League B is a lot more technical, and this is where most of your time save will come from. And yeah, you must win both leagues. You don't have to win every race, but you must win both the leagues. Okay. You can also check speedrun.com for other rules about things you can and can't do. There's a few glitches that aren't allowed, and there's also things about faster loads from SSD and HDD. But yeah, they're all on the speedrun.com page, which I'll link at some point. And you can also join the Muppet RaceMania Discord, which I'm sure somebody will do exclamation mark Muppet Cord in my chat, and the link will also be in the description. But there you go. If you have further questions after this guide, then go ahead. But yeah, it is recommended to do League B first. Do League B first. But again, you can do them in any order you want. Exactly. Alright. Right, so just for explaining Swamp then. So this is League A, Swamp. I will go into League A after this race. So, hang on. So, first let me show you This was how to do swamp before, and it was as you'd expect, you know. You just go around intended way, blah blah blah. Gather lots of fruit for boost. I'm pretty sure there's a shortcut here. Yep. You get like a 23-second lap, but that's slow. That is slow. So a strat was found. I'm not sure by who, but this strat was found. And it allows for lap skipping. Let me just I'll show it off first, then I'll show you how to do it. There you go. Oh, we got Clifford there. We don't like Clifford. Okay, so there's 3 different ways you can go about this. Let me show you the easy way first. So you want to be past the finish line. You need to be, there's an invisible wall here. You need to be on this wall. You just drive across on the wall, turn around, go across the line. And you just do that 3 times. Making use of that brake turning to take a tighter line. Depending where you start as well, will depend on how much boost you need. Again, brake turn. You'll need to hold the controller in a weird way. I have to hold it like this. Sometimes I use my ring finger to press the brake button. But yeah, make sure you grind across the line, turn around, cross line. That's the easy way. Now let me show you some faster ways to do it as well. Here I'd probably go for 2 or 3 boost. So this is an easy setup. You go online and you reverse across and go forwards. You know, 10 seconds. I did that for a very long time. That's an easy setup. That's the easy way to do a faster setup. Like, you can see just how much time it saved over doing this, you know. Saved a lot. Okay. Here, 2 or 3 boost. Yeah, make sure you're touching the wall. Make sure you are not touching the wall when you go across the line. Otherwise, as you'll see, the lap won't count. And you have to go all the way across the line. Or enough across the line. If you're not enough across the line, you won't get the skip. But now let me show you the fastest way to do this. Turn around, front wheel on, and just back and forth across the line. That's the fastest way. Fine, we'll let Clifford in the race. Here, probably 4 or 5 boost. If it doesn't work, just try it again. So yeah, swamp, very, very easy to understand. Use whichever skip you want. If you just want to do an easy method to start with, you do the loop around. Easy method, just do the loop around. If you want to do something slightly faster with an easy setup, do it like that. And if you want to do it the fast way, do it like that. I'll show off one more time. Oh, get out of here, Clifford. And you too, Link. Your starting position is random. It is completely random. Again, you must be on the wall before going over the line. Otherwise, it won't count. And you must be off the wall before going back across the line. And the reason this works, I believe, is because so when you go back and the way this game counts laps is that, so you're at the starting line, so It says lap 1-3. While you're behind the line, let's imagine there's a counter. The counter is currently at 0. Every time you cross the trigger for the line, the counter goes up. So the counter's now on 1. Every time you go back across the line, it goes back to 0. But if you can somehow get across the line while skipping the trigger, then you skip the lap. And thankfully for Swamp, there is a way to get outside the trigger. This has been tried on pretty much every track, and not a single one has a skip, except for Studio, but we don't do Studio in the run. It's easy, you can get some very fast swamps. This starting boost here, you can just do no boost here, or you can just do one. I'm going to do no boost. And it gets you in position right away. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's Swamp. Now, I'm actually going to go into the tournament. Also, can somebody... I've forgotten what the, what's the hotkey for making a save state? Because that's important.
Wait, I'm gonna tell Sal. Sal!
Yeah.
I won! Can you believe that? I won! You won! Here's your trophy. Now go home. Leave us alone.
Because if someone could quickly find out how to make a save state. I think it's like F1 or F5 or something. Excuse me. Because yeah, I need to know before I get to the next race, because it is very important what I explain for the next track, which is Happiness Hotel. So yeah, Swamp, very easy track to understand how it works. You can get some very fast times. F1, okay. That looked like, and then how do we load that? F3, okay. There we go, okay. Thank you. Right, we're going to make a save after skip again. You'll have skipped these already, right? We're going to make a save state there. Right. Happiness Hotel, you need to start the race immediately. Immediately. And here's why. So, this level is incredibly dependent on a lift cycle. There is a lift cycle you need to make. The cycles for Happiness Hotel, and indeed all the Great Muppet Caper levels, don't start when you click to start the race. They start when you've loaded into the menu. So let me show you. So they don't start now. They start now. This is when the cycle starts.
Does it make you happy?
So let me show you. So
This is the Happiness Hotel.
let me just skip in immediately.
Yes.
And let me just go to the lift so you can see. The cycle that we're on. So here, the lift gets here at about 8 seconds.
This is the Happiness Hotel.
Let's wait a little bit longer.
This is the Happiness Hotel. Yep.
So we'll just wait for a bit.
Yes. Happy that I'm not staying here. Oh!
And as you'll be able to see, the lift is already here for 5 seconds. So yes, When you get here, you must start immediately. It's elevator for non-British speakers, but the Great Muppet Caper is set in the UK, so lift. So yeah, you must start this immediately. If you want to practice Happiness Hotel, you must do it through the leagues to get the correct cycle. You can make a save state on that loading screen. Again, save state's totally allowed. You mustn't use them during the run. The only reason you're allowed to use them is if you're resetting a run. Okay. All right. So let's show you what to do. So again, just try and get as much boost as you can. And now you want to get as much boost as you can. The Kermit just went flying. Just follow this route I'm taking. Take a tight turn here. You just want to collect as much as you can. Try not to use as much as you can. If you can hold on to boost, then do that. Ow. I'll explain this staircase a bit later. Right. The lift leaves at around 37 seconds. So that's the time you're aiming for. But you just, when you're starting out, just need to get in that lift. See, I missed the cycle because I was too slow.
This is the Happiness Hotel.
Just use all your boost by whatever means possible to get into that lift. But the less boost you can use, the better, because as it's a cycle, the first lap is kind of auto-scroller. So the more boost you can save for the second 2 laps, the better. So yeah. So say, oh no, I don't think I'm going to make it. Just boost away. Just make sure you get in the lift. And then exit, and then be on your way. And then just do the other 2 laps. Go in the normal way. Now I'm going to wait and see if I get special. This is a level where you're likely to get special, and I can also then explain about what you can do if you get special. So here's a special. If you press R right trigger, you can use some of your boost and skip through it. You wouldn't actually go this way. Yep, out my way, Kel. That's it. Ideally, you want to go down here. Around. You'll also notice scattered around there are some doors with targets on them. Oh, they're not actually here. Well, that one's already been broken. There are some doors that have targets on them, like this one. These are not shortcuts. These are just dead ends. Don't use them. Whatever you do, just don't use them. If you're feeling brave, something you can do on like lap 2 or 3 is you can hop onto here and not do that. That's the danger if you go for this jump, is that you could fall down and have to go back. But yeah, you just jump onto here and then you can boost across. Exactly. Yeah, and then jump across. Don't stop though, like I did. Like, just come here, jump on, boost across. That's something you can do. If you don't want to do that then don't worry about it. It's a bit risky, but it will save you a bit of time. Don't do it on lap 1 while you're collecting fruit, because you need to hold on to as much as possible. Right, and now this this staircase. This staircase is a nightmare. You think, oh, let's just go tight. You can use boost to go down it. But what you want to do is you want to start as wide as possible, and then just tap the brake a few times, not too many times, so it'll hit the middle pillar. And just try and get to the inside, because obviously the tighter a turn, the less distance, the faster you'll go. Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh yes, when you come out of the staircase, there is a line of fruit in front. I would recommend ignoring it. Maybe get the first one and just taking this line through. If you want to get this set of 3, then by all means. Yeah, especially on the first lap where you're trying to get to the lift, ignore these fruit and ignore those on the left and just go straight forwards. Otherwise, on other laps, you can collect these 3 if you want. I can actually quit out the league now. Although I'll show you what to do again. There is also a way to catch the lift twice, but it's very difficult. You need to collect as much boost as you can and not use any of it. And then you need to get a star boost after exiting the lift, but I'll try and show it off here. That little jump I did there was a bit risky. But again, it saves a bit of time trying to get there. So yeah. I would 100% not recommend going for double lift when starting. But I need to use a bit more. So yeah. Do whatever means necessary to get in the lift before it leaves. You see there, I didn't make the lift, so losing time. Yeah, by whatever means necessary, get in that lift on the first lap. If you don't get it on the first lap, then don't take it at all for the race. Just forget the lift for the entire race. Again, don't do that jump, it's risky. The reason I do it is because I'm trying to get to the lift as fast as possible without using boost. Yeah. Yeah. I'm semi-consistent at double lift, but yeah, it's difficult. It is difficult. So yeah, just use whatever you can to get into the lift. And if I was going for double lift, ideally, as soon as I collect this line of fruit, I would have a star boost, and I would use it. And that would allow me to get to the lift. The second lift leaves at about 101. So yeah, I'd have enough fruit, and I would use a star boost here. Which also skips the staircase for you, which is handy. The direction you can go out of that is kind of random, though. It isn't a consistent line with the boost. As I said, the second lift leaves at about 101. So yeah, I stress again, do not attempt double lift. Don't do double lift. I don't need to be in the tournament now. While showing these all off. Thank you, Clifford. So yes, I'll just do this so you can see that just being in a normal race, the cycles all have already started, so the lift won't be where you think it is. Yeah, it can do. Another reason why I say just don't do double lift. If you want to see an example of double lift, you can look at any of like the top level runs on the leaderboard. They will almost certainly all do double lift. So yeah, I want the lift to be there at 36. But as you can see, it's already gone. It's already well gone. So that just shows you need to do... If you want to practice Happiness Hotel, you must do it through leagues. Use save state, and yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it for Happiness Hotel. Yeah, I think that's about it for Happiness Hotel. Let's move on to Central Park. Yeah, if you're doing through leagues, it'll take you there automatically. I'm just gonna do this to go to from each course at will.
Can't you ice skate in Central Park in the winter?
Central Park,
But then again, I can't ice skate
pretty
anywhere.
easy course, all things considered. Collect some fruit here. Hold on to the fruit. Line here. There's a line here. Then you want to start boosting here and jump over. As soon as you land, stop boosting. And then as soon as you hit the sand up ahead, you want to turn to the right and start boosting. And head to the tunnel. The tunnel. Now, at the end of the tunnel, there's a small grass patch. I like to just do a little boost, just jump over it, like that. Right, and now this sand mound. So sand slows you down, so you want to be boosting on it. But if you jump from the right, you can just jump straight up there, as you saw. So you can skip a bit, boost across, and collect this set of fruit. And then there's this grass shortcut here. You want to be wide. When you take this, you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. You want to be more here, so you can turn more cleanly. Also, when we jump there, jumping is just slow. Avoid jumping if you can. So here, and then you can see I just bonked on the wall there. And collect a bit of fruit so I can. Show you. So off here, you've gotten the boost here. And there we go. There you go. And you just do that for 3 laps. Again, you will almost certainly get specialed. Yeah, I'll just show you the route again. It really does. Organic fuel. Go and then boost across the grass into the tunnel. As soon as you're in the tunnel, stop boosting. Boost 6 grass. Up here. And that's a lap. And then you just do that 3 times. I'll do 1 more lap to show you, and then I think that's pretty much it for Central Park. I guess entering that tunnel can be a bit finicky. I could explain that a bit more. Again, avoid turning if you can. I'm just driving in a straight line here. So driving in a straight line means you'll go faster. Because turning is slow. Right, entering this tunnel can be a bit finicky. If you go 2 to the left, you'll probably bonk there. If you go 2 to the right, you might miss the fruit. You could also miss the tunnel entirely. Don't do that. There's also a weird way you can up warp somehow. So like, make sure when you're going in the tunnel you don't like hit the roof. There's a certain part where if you touch it, you'll get warped up above ground, and you'll end up having to just go the intended way. So don't do that. Boost across, little break turn down. That's a little bit to hit. If you hit that, you'll get bonked down. Instead of bonking, like, usually when you like hit a ceiling, bonk, stop in place, then fall. With that kind of bonk, you keep moving forwards as you bonk. So it gives you a little bit of a boost. Yeah, I think that's about it for Central Park. I explained different surfaces. I say you can see there's plenty of them in this track. Honestly, using the music cues helps me know how good a race is. So obviously if you get to a certain point and the music is at a certain point, you'll know like roughly how well you're doing, you know, if that makes sense. This is a good place to explain using items to carry you forward. So not forwards in this case, but I'm gonna use, so you can just drop down. If you have a bomb, though, and you're falling down, throw it as you're falling. Just as you're about to fall, throw a bomb, and it will launch you down slightly faster. Saves a little bit of time, but time save is time save, you know? Time save is time save. So anytime you're falling off a ledge like that, and you have a bomb, throw the bomb. Like, it's small, but it's time save. It is time save. Alright. That's about it for Central Park. Central Park is pretty easy to understand. Alright. Oh boy, Old London Town. This is, in my opinion, the hardest race in the entire run.
So here we are in merry old England.
I wish I were in my merry old
Merry Christmas,
bed.
everybody.
Oh!
There's a lot of geometry in Old London Town. But there's a few important things to explain too. Mainly tap boosting. Okay, so let's let all the others go past. So this is ice. And you can boost across ice. That's like totally fine. Exactly. But when you're going across ice, you want to tap the boost button over and over. You want to tap it over and over. And it'll actually make you move faster. Again, it's not much, but you'll actually end up using less boost and going the same distance, you know, across ice. So yeah, tap the boost button. Don't hold it when going across ice. Again, you'll cover this pretty much the same distance, but using less boost. Much less boost. So yeah, tap. So yeah, note that down. Tap across ice. Tap across ice. Right. Right. Then we got. Let's restart the race. So. Ideally, you want to try and get an item that isn't a penguin. So as you see, there's these 3 barrels. Bobo just broke one of them down. If one of them's already broken down, cool. Just head through that gap and into that tunnel. If not, you'll need to break one down. But just as you hit it, go for it. Also means you can collect a little bit of fruit and then go through the gap. This tunnel is ice, so again, tap boost as you go round. Right, and now here, you again need an item that isn't a penguin. So if you end up with a penguin, you're kind of out of luck. Let me get an item. Because, let's go back. So you've just come out of the tunnel, boost across the snow. Right here, you want to get to this ledge. And you can see there's a barrel here. So if you have a penguin, you've got no choice but just turn around and fire it. You can also jump past this barrel, but it's very difficult. So I wouldn't recommend trying that. Because there's a shortcut right past the barrel. So if you have no item, you could try jumping around, but I would not recommend trying that. You can see I'm struggling to get it here. There we go. So there's a shortcut right here. Yeah, if you see something with a target on it, it's breakable. So you come up to the barrel, fire your chicken. If you have a chicken, you want to be a bit closer, because the chicken will aim towards the track. If you have a bomb or a fish, they'll be a lot more accurate. And then, yeah, down here, try and avoid the houses. Yeah. Tap boost round. And now, this old dilemma. Which way is faster? This way, there's a barrel. Hello, Oscar. This way is slightly faster. But if you don't have an item, obviously don't go this way. If you have an item, just go this way. That is absolutely fine. But this way is slightly faster. Yeah, and you want to fire fish or bomb ideally. If you have a chicken, something like this might happen. The chicken will go down there, change its mind, and hit the barrel. So the chicken will break it down, but not as fast. Smiley faces. So if you don't have an item, just go this way around. Isn't even that much slower. It might be the same speed, honestly. So yeah, let's show you an example lap. That was terrible. Got Link as well. Go away, Link. We don't like you. Anyway. Yeah, I want to show you an example then. Like entire lap. So tap boost across here. I have a bomb. So that means I'm going to hit that one. You'll get hit by items a lot. If you don't have any items, just go round the barrels to the left. You can tap boost across that ice if you want. That. Try and not bonk on the walls. Okay, when you're going across ramps like this one up ahead, if you jump as you're going across, there's a chance. Sometimes when you jump off ledges in this game, it won't make you jump up. It will just put you back on the ground. So, let's see if I can get that to work. No. Let's let them all go past before. I just hit someone. Bean Bunny. There, you saw there that I didn't get sent up in the air. So yeah, if you jump across there, there's a chance that you'll just keep tight to the ground. Alternatively, you can just jump over like that. Or just drive over normally. Whatever floats your boat, you know. There is one up ahead that I would recommend jumping over. Also, yeah, keep to the right here to avoid the snow. This one here, when you collect this fruit, there's a little mound here you can jump over. Ow. Jump over, turn to the left. kind of things we come across in tutorial percent, you know. Nice. So let's say, oh no, I have no item. Just go round the barrels. Pretend I didn't have an item. If you're driving through snow, you can jump, try and get through it a bit faster. Oops. If this happens, you don't get on there, then ignore the shortcut and just go this way. Stay on the ledge as long as you can, tap boost across the ice. Jump here, turn to the left. So here, if I'm driving through the snow, just jump a few times to get over the snow. Oh. And there you go, that's pretty... I think that's all I need to explain about All London Town. Again, in my opinion, it's the toughest race in the run. I believe it's the toughest race in the run. I think that's all I need to explain. Right. Oh boy, time for Doc. Oh boy. Oh, where do we start with Doc?
Is that the Jolly Roger?
Maybe.
Alright.
If it's in this game, it
Doc
won't
is
be jolly
hell.
for long.
First thing I'll say, you will get specialed. Plain and simple. You will get specialed in this track. Plain and simple. Maybe like 4 out of 5 runs, you'll get specialed in Doc. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. But there are ways that we can try and get around that. First thing is starting position. So to the left here is a shortcut. This is the perfect starting position. If you're in this position, don't get any boost. Just turn straight to the left. Go down here. Try and stay out of the water. Pick up as much as you can. And then boost straight across the water. I didn't mean to retire. I mean to restart. That's Clifford. If you're saying this, if you're in this position, you can turn around, but I would recommend not. And I would recommend just going straight on and dropping down instead. Whatever happens, you want to collect this fruit and get across the water. You'll end up running out of boost. You'll just have to drive the rest of the way without, is what it is. This starting position is like... that was terrible. Like, going forwards is actually faster than turning to the left, but the reason turning to the left ends up being fast overall is because we are able to boost across all the water. So yeah, this starting position, go forwards, trying to get into most starting positions. This one, go to the left. Again, don't need any boost, just go straight to the left. This one definitely just goes straight to the left. You can even do a little bit of boost here. That Muppet on the... okay, that Muppet on the left will also go to the left. The Muppet that's in the bottom left will always try and go to the left. So that's maybe another reason to just go straight on here, instead of following whatever Muppet it is down there. We hate Link. Fine, Clifford, whatever. I don't care about that. So yeah, here, instead of following Janice, I'm just going to go straight on. Just try and get ahead of her. So I can get this fruit. Alright, now we're across. So, when you get across the water, you then need to start collecting boost. So there's this line here. You need to get at least 3. And then take the shortcut. And now the most important thing is you must not use any of it. Do not use any of it. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to get onto piggy mode. So start is obviously pause. If you press select, or whatever your select equivalent button is, you'll activate what's called piggy mode, which is a self-steering thing. It was created because Link can't drive. So yeah, we're going to cut this corner and piggy mode. And all that does is that it makes sure we collect all this fruit. You don't have to do that. And turn down here. As soon as you get a star boost, use it immediately. And what that allows, as you can see, is that you dodge being specialed. And collect at least 3. Do another lap. Cut the corner. Big mode. Yes, all the tracks in this game are based off one of the first 6 Muppet movies, up to Muppets from Space. This one is obviously the Muppet Treasure Island. Big mode. Ow. Okay, now I've got Link and Clifford. Me. Excuse my language. So here, just go straight on. I'll do a few examples of docks so you can see about what could go wrong. What could go wrong? Okay, first off, if the other Muppet gets across first, let's say, oh no, I haven't got enough fruit. Like, I didn't get much there at all. Forget about the star boost. Just boost your way through. Anyway, just collect as much as you can. Just boost all the way through. Don't obsess about getting a star boost. If you have enough boost here, you can cut this corner. As soon as you get back to here, nice. Okay, here we go. You've been specialed. It will happen. But as soon as you get back to here, we start the cycle again. Start collecting fruit, going for a star boost. Piggy mode. Turn piggy mode off. Down here, as soon as you get the star boost, use it. Exactly. If you get specialed and you have a lot of boost, oh, I just dodged that. If you're coming out of a star boost, you won't get hit by a special. Okay. Let's give an example of being specialed with a lot of boost. So let's say, yeah, I'm trying to get a star boost, blah, blah, blah. Let's hope this happens this attempt. It's very rare to get specialed on the first lap. It can happen, but it's rare. So I'm just waiting to get special now. So I can kind of explain. I didn't mean to use that. Let's just wait. Like, just... Wait, you know what? Just so I can explain what I mean, I'm just going to use that. And like, just... Yeah, let's say you're driving around, blah, blah, blah. You've almost got enough for a star boost, or you're collecting for a star boost. But then... Hello, Janssen. Yeah, collecting for a star boost. And the next thing you know is... Come on. So I'm waiting for just anyone to use a special move. Any Muppets at all. Like Phasmo was fun. No one's gonna special me now, are they? Boing. That's called Goombering, jumping on another Muppet's head. Of course, nobody's special. Right? Oh. I want to show this off. There's also another thing I can explain quickly after getting out of the star boost, which hopefully I can explain on this attempt. And I like to try and wait as long as possible before using the boost. Cut corner, pig mode. I'll actually make a save state here so I can show. So usually most people just keep holding accelerate there. As soon as you're out of the star boost, just let go of accelerate. As soon as you're dropping out, when you land, start holding accelerate again. And what that will mean is you can definitely collect all the fruit you need. So, let's go. I'm holding accelerate now, so. I mean, you can still get it all, but if you let go of accelerate, you're more likely to land in a place where you'll get enough fruit. So I would recommend letting go of accelerate and only pressing accelerate when you land. Okay, so this is a special. So if you get specialed in dark and you're saving up for a star boost, just use your boost and forget about the star boost. Let's go. Yeah, if you get specialed while trying to get a star boost, use your boost, get through it, and then just boost your way through the lap until you get back to here, and then you can start saving up again. But obviously it also depends on where you were in the track. So use your own judgment. But I would definitely recommend that if you have boost and you get specialed, use it. If you're like almost at a star boost, like you only need a little bit more, then you're probably wise to go for the star boost. Pause frog, Nielsen. Then you'll be able to see 7 TV. So yeah. If you go for star boost, you get specialed, just boost through it unless you're like only like a few pieces away. Other than that, don't obsess about getting the star boost if you get specialed. Or if you miss too much fruit, also don't go for it. There is one other instance I can explain of when or when to not go for a star boost. Okay. So just imagine that let's say it's lap 2 or lap 3. Let's just imagine. And Vixen did indeed put all the Muppets' faces on 7 TV. So you got to the end of this line, you don't have enough. Right. So choices are here. You can either just boost all the way through, or you can go for this second line of fruit. You can go for the second line and make a save state here. And you can then use the star boost, but then there's a bit of RNG because so the star boost doesn't always go through that shortcut. It can do, but it doesn't always do. Let me see if I can get it so it doesn't. So as you can see here, it didn't go through the shortcut. So yeah, it's only worth if you actually end up going through the shortcut. So, you know, it's 50-50. You know, you might go through, you might not go through. So yeah, and if you don't go through, then it probably wasn't worth it. So yeah, it's completely your decision whether to just boost all the way through or to go for the star boost on the second line. Completely up to you. I would probably say just boost, but do what you wish. Right, I think that's about it for Doc. Is there anything else I should explain with Doc? I've explained backups, I've explained star boosting, piggy mode. I think that's it for Doc. Again, as I said, I wrote it in... first thing I wrote, capitals, you will get specialed. You will get specialed. Like, you've just got to face it, unfortunately, with Doc. I had a run that was minus 16 seconds on PB, and then I proceeded to lose 20 seconds in Doc because of specials. That's how bad it can get, unfortunately. Right, let's move on to Secret Base. This is the last track in League A. Fuzzy, quick. There's a fair amount to explain with Secret Base.
To get on this base.
Great, let's go home. Oh!
Right, the first is this spinning platform up ahead. Unfortunately, the Statland Board of Government joke is the other one. The jokes always play in the same order each time. They just alternate. Okay, so yeah, this spinning platform can spin either way. It's RNG, so you just got to try and anticipate it. You won't lose too much time whichever way you go around. There's this line of fruit that I would recommend getting on the first lap. Tunnels. Again, this is a good place. Use that brake turning. And now this shortcut. So you need an item that isn't a penguin. I don't have an item at the moment, but you need it to break this tunnel down. This door down. Yeah, true. And then you'll be able to go through the tunnel to the other side. If you don't, then unfortunately you just got to drive all the way around. Nothing else you can do. And yeah, the tunnel spits you out here. If I can, whereas you can pretty much see it there, just to the top right of the first. Let's restart. That vent jump as well to break down the tunnel can be a bit finicky. So again, could go either way, you just gotta predict. Would recommend trying to get that through anyway. If you don't, oh, I just push F through the tunnel, nice. What I like to do is, let's let them go first. Is jump into it. Like, it's difficult. Like, if you just drive, you'll just get sent straight up. If you don't do anything, just drive straight in. So you want to jump in, but not too early. If you're too early, you'll just get sent straight up. And if you're too late with jumping, you'll also just get sent straight up. So yeah, you gotta time your jump just right. And chickens are not good for breaking down this door, because chickens like to stay, they're red shell equivalents essentially, as I said much earlier in this guide. So if you only have a chicken, you need to be right up against the door when you try to break it down. Again, if you have a penguin, well, if you have a penguin, then you just got to turn around and then fire it, is what you'll have to do. Sometimes it just won't break. Apparently. You don't have to get that line of fruit, but I would recommend it. Highly recommend getting it on the first lap. Okay, penguin, so no choice, just turn around. Might not be fast than going the intended way, but at least you've broken the door down. As you go down there, just boost to get to the ground a bit faster. If you have a lot of boost already, you can skip that line. If your beaker's empty, then get that line. Yeah, boost out of here. You can also, well, I say I had a bomb, so you can fire that bomb. I'll do it on the next lap. Don't have much, so I'll get a little bit of fruit. Got most of it, actually. Always exit this tunnel on the left. Exit this tunnel on the left, so you can avoid, well, try and avoid bonking. Fire that bomb. Did it a bit early, but Johnny's gonna tell Sal that you won. Good pole position. As also said, your starting position is random. It doesn't matter how you did in the previous race in the league. You'll start in a different place every time. He's a very bonky king. Good for you, Johnny. It's the wrong item there. If you also have a bomb, I'd recommend just being straight up against the door before you break it down. Like, if you're just starting out, just whatever you do, just make sure you break down that door. Just make sure you break it down. So, like, let's pretend it's still there. Like, break it down, then go through. Follow the circle round. You can also boost across, which can help. Doesn't always, but it can help. Again, boost here to get sent down to the ground faster.
Wait, I'm gonna tell Sal. Oh.
I think there was something else I wanted to... yes, also about the moving platform. It's... obviously you want to go the way it's going. The further it is from the edge, the faster it'll move. So try and be as far to the edge as possible. Doesn't make a huge difference, but it does move slightly faster on the outside. But then again, you're traveling further. So it doesn't really matter, but first lap, take note of which way it's moving. Hello Thermal, hello YouTube. Oh yeah, that feels faster. I'm just doing a little timing. We're doing live timing right now. Yeah, it is ever so slightly faster. The further out you are, the ever so slightly faster it is. Not much, but it is slightly faster. Okay, great turning, be to the left here to avoid bonking if you can. And yeah, just make sure you break down that door. Whatever you do, just make sure you break down that door. Right, I think that's about it for Secret Base. Right, and that'll be the end of League A. So if you've unlocked Studio, what would happen then is that it would send you to Studio. You also do need to skip the Studio cutscene. So a little thing will play saying who won, Johnny be at the top, whatever my playing is saying. I won. You press start to skip that, and then you're sent to this screen. And all you need to do here is go to game menu, tournament, and select whichever league you need to play next. So let's say you want to do League B now, you just go that and then select Muppet. And we're in League B. Yeah, I don't need to be in the league while explaining.
At high noon.
That's our nap.
Although that is a little something I could explain. Something Chains likes to do. Chains is currently second on the leaderboard. Something he likes to do is look at the points. Have a look at what Muppets you're up against. Only do this for the first league if you're going to do this, and then you can see like the specials that you're up against, essentially. So you can try and play against as few good specials as possible. If you don't want to do this, no stress. It's very time consuming. You can always quit out the tournament. If you're going to do the save state option, you mustn't make it here, because then you'll always get the same opponents. So if you're going to make it, I believe, can you make it here? So if I do that, so it's Doozer, Rizone. Okay, yeah. So you can do it here, but don't do it here. So look, if I make a save here, and then start race again, yeah, same opponents. So I would recommend not doing it there, because it could be seen as pre-run setup. So yeah, if you're going to make a save, make it here or make it here. Probably make it here. You don't have to use save states to reset, but a lot of people do. 62 chickens now. 62 channels use the chickens. Right, Ghost Town. Just read my notes quickly. Right. Ghost Town is also very difficult in places. The music slaps, as I'm sure Yonsku will agree, but okay. So here's for Ghost Town. Go right here, jump over this bridge, right, and you need 2 items. You need 2 items that aren't penguins. Preferably not both chickens either. If one of them's a chicken, fine. This is the route to take through the tunnels. Just go through the leftmost. Do a bit of a tight turn here and boost down here. Right, and now these saloon doors. You want to aim for the left one. As soon as you're about to hit it, you fire one of your items and then just immediately fire the second. And there's your shortcut. And that's a pretty standard lap for Ghost Town. Now let's say, oh no, I have no items. The doors are locked. There's a backup shortcut. You can just go through here instead. That's the backup shortcut if you have no items. For whatever reason, or you haven't been able to get 2 that aren't penguins. If you have 1, then you can take a risk and go for that one. Especially if you're doing League B first. This is the first split, so you can maybe take a risk. And hope that the item you pick up isn't a penguin. Pick up a penguin. The stream isn't sponsored. But yeah. If you're not confident, then this is the shortcut you want to take. Anytime you're going like over a ramp, a mound, you can just do a little boost to get to the ground slightly faster. These two items are fine. Let's pretend that that was a penguin. Oh dear. Need another item. There's some stars here, you can get one of them. 2 fish. Oh no, I don't have any good items. Take that shortcut. Let's let them get out of the way. Oh, I do have a good item. Shoot. Shoot. That didn't work. Okay. Sometimes the collision can be a bit weird, especially if you're right up against the edge. Sometimes it won't hit. And also, if the doors are open, you can also cut this corner. It's a little tight, but that is a corner you can jump and boost around if you so wish. Otherwise, you'll just bonk. Honestly, even if you bonk, it's probably not too dissimilar speed as just going the normal way. So completely up to you. If you just want to drive through normally, that is totally fine. But just know that that option is there. Like that. And now there's this little strat we like to call Ghost Town High Jump. So I'll show this off, but I will iterate right now. This only saves like a second a lap or something. So if you don't want to learn this, don't worry about it. But what we're going to try and do, let's make a save. Actually, let's go back a bit so I can have a bit of a run up. And yes, do not reset over it. I'm looking at you, Thermal. So you want to come up, and as soon as you're at the top of this hill, you do a boost, and then you jump. And you jump across there. If you jump too late, you just won't jump at all. Nice sacred. If you jump too early, you won't make it. I jumped too late there. I started boosting too late there. Also, I think my angle was wrong. There we go. Hang on, this doesn't save much time, so if you don't want to do this, then don't feel like you have to. Because it does mean you get to keep your boost. So, yeah, you don't want to go for it, that's totally fine. Keep your boost, and just do the same route every lap. Bonked off the wall there and went too far to the right. So, there is an invisible wall to the right. So, you don't want to go too far to the right. This is it. Doesn't save much time, so if you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. There are, as I've written here, there are much more important strats to learn in this game than Ghost Town High Jump when you're starting. There you go. That's about it for Ghost Town. Yeah, more important strats like Mallory Gallery. So when you're starting to learn this game, there's 2 strats you need to learn
Some of these pictures are really old.
from the off.
You should know.
If you're only going to learn 2 strats for this category, one is Swamp Skip, the other is this swamp. Swamp Skip saves about a minute overall. This skip that I'm about to show you saves 15 seconds a lap. First thing you can do is not that, but you can go a bit wide, do a brake turn, and then you can jump. Like you can take a tight turn here. Take a bit of a tight turn here. Sacred is the stumpiest mod. So let's get up to the top. And like, so this would be the intended way to go to do this lap. There is a category for no shortcuts, so if you're doing that, then this is the way you'd go. And we end up here. So that's the way you're supposed to do that. But what I'm gonna teach you how to do is this Mallory Gallery floor clip. I still have no idea how this was discovered, but this is huge, this skip. And it counts the lap because there's no triggers on the courses. The only way it counts laps is the finish line. And getting a really clean one of these is so satisfying. You have no idea. Let me just see if I can get a really clean one. Like that, like that. It's going good, so it's, I doubt that was one of them, surely not. I just made a save state, cool. Oops. We don't want Link. So, let me get back to that point and then I will teach you how to do the skip. It's very easy to learn, but it's difficult to do fast. It can be difficult to do fast. Sometimes it might seem like it just doesn't work, but just persevere and you'll get it consistent, I'm sure. Yeah, there was some tunnel glitch, yeah. Okay, so here's how you do it. So, what you want to do is driving against the wall, be as parallel to the wall, but you want to make sure your back wheel is touching the wall. And then you just want to reverse. Just keep tapping reverse until you get to the spot. There we go. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Let's say, oh no, I've gone past the spot. I've gone past the spot. No worries. You can either drive forwards and try again, or you can put your front wheel against the wall as a backup. So let's say, oh no, I've gone too far. Put the front wheel on the wall. It's also very important, when you're falling, you mustn't press accelerate. This is what will happen if you do. You'll just get spat out. You mustn't press accelerate when you're falling. Otherwise, you'll just get spat out. Again, look at it, U-turn. Yeah, it's very easy. It is very easy, but it can cause you problems. Sometimes it will just not work. You might feel like it just doesn't work. But persevere, and you'll get it. Oh yeah, also don't press reverse. Like, don't press anything while you're falling. And around 15 seconds a lap if you get it cleanly. Go on, Johnny. There you go. So yeah, it's a monster skip. And you can just see how easy it is. So yeah, this is like a top 2 most important strats to learn. Is that clip right there. So learn this clip. Get it down. And don't forget that if you've gone past the place, then you can just put your front wheel. That's all good. Because yeah, Thermal used to do this quite a lot. The thing where you pop out. So, but it happens to the best of us. I've done it plenty of times. It's like, you're not going to reset over it. Over popping out once. And yeah, that's the lap. That's the lap. Let me like show you the difference in lap times between doing it the intended way, going the intended way, out, and taking the floor clip, out. Yeah, we've all been there. Chances are, if you're just starting, you'll do it quite a few times. I forgot to. That was a bad save state, actually. Yeah. Let's try it again. Again, if anyone has any questions at any point, then feel free to ask, and I'll try and answer them to the best of my ability. Or you can always join the Muppet RaceMania Discord, !Muppet Cord. Link will be in the description. Okay, so let's go the intended way and see what kind of lap time I get. So that was a 39. And with the clip, what do I get? That wasn't a great clip. That's a 28. That's 10 seconds with a bad clip still saved over doing intentionally. That was perfect. That's 50. Yeah, that's 15 seconds saved just there. So yeah, highly important you learn this. I can't stress enough how important this is. Pausing. So yeah, let's like just do another example lap. And then we'll move on to New York City. That's where Statler went. He went to New York. There's some fruit there you can collect if you want. Try not to bonk on that middle bit. There's also one other trick, actually, and that's the trick called Z-Believe. This is very difficult, though. This trick is very difficult. What you try to do is you boost up these stairs, and we're trying to... Let me get to the place. I made a save. Yeah. What we're trying to do is we're trying to launch and get on this ledge. So, let me... Oh. Okay. Collision is weird. So yeah, we're trying to get around here. And that allows us to get down immediately. Saves about 2 seconds a lap. But it's very difficult. So we just try and boost up the stairs. And like, that was nowhere near. You can go for it. But don't be surprised if you don't get it at all. This is a very difficult skip. I've only got it like a dozen times. Like, I'll try and get it once for you. But, let's see. The Z-Believe, indeed. Like, that was such a high launch. Yeah, named after the world record holder, Z-Believe, who discovered the trick. He was also the first person to ever do it in a run. So yeah, it's difficult. I wouldn't recommend trying this at the beginning. I mean, yeah, but if you consider how many runs I've done... yeah. It really is the double tizzy of Muppets. You can do it on lap 1 if you get a big enough starting boost and enough boost, but again, it's so difficult. You can Sacred, actually, yes. I think Ferret made a video about how to maybe do it consistently, but I say it's a very difficult strat. Would not recommend. Let's see, I've got close a few times. We'll try and get close once. Nah. I think we get the point, you know. I think we get the point. Point is, don't go for this. Yeah. Yeah. Please. I just want to retire. There we go. Yeah, you should all go watch the Muppet highlight video I made as well, Smiley Face. Also on my YouTube channel. But yeah, that's pretty much all to explain Mallory. Just do the standard lap 3 times with the floor clip. Right, moving on. New York City. This is another very tough course, actually. It's also one of the shortest in the run.
New York, the city that never sleeps.
First thing is immediately.
Tell the frog and his friends bore him to death.
Right around. It's kind of hard to explain. Do you see on the floor right in front of Johnny? There's 2 arrows. The one on the left is pointing to a shortcut. Oh yeah, New York music is severely underrated. So take that shortcut immediately. If, however, your starting position, if it's somewhere on the right, I would say just go round. And don't waste your time trying to get the shortcut because the other Muppets will just get in your way. This is the perfect spawn. No one's in your way, you're on the left. Take the shortcut. Take the shortcut down the subway. Lots of boost turning. Into this shortcut. Avoid this lamppost. Jump over this corner. And just boost. You don't even have to cut that corner if you don't want. Yeah, beware these doors. Sometimes the Muppets can shoot items down here and break the doors down. Like, somebody to be wary. So, this is a very difficult track. A lot tougher than it looks. Ow. Let's get this starting spawn here. This one you'd go round. I'm trying to get the middle, like here. Let's try and go to the left with this spawn. Let's just try and go to the left. Like, you can do it. But again, Muppets can get in your way. This spawn isn't easy. Take the shortcut. I'm just trying to get that like middle spawn, like where Zoot is right now. I'm trying to get that spawn. Can you even get that spawn? Come on. This spawn here. Yeah, if you're on the left or middle, take the shortcut. If you're on the right, don't take the shortcut on the first lap. And if you don't want to cut that corner, don't, because you can just bonk. You can jump to avoid that ledge, because the ledge can send you flying. Jump to skip that edge as well, heading into the subway. speaking of, this turn leading out of the subway to the next part is not easy. Like, there's so many tight turns in New York. It's ridiculous. Like, that was good. This is probably the hardest race in League B. Sometimes things like this will happen, you can jump to get up. If you go wide, you're just going to have to accept it. But yeah, just follow this route. You can either go to the left or right at the lamppost. Just try not to bonk on it.
You realize that we just... Oh!
You realise that we just... Here, I would say just go round. That was a terrible starting boost. Jump to skip that. Ledge. Pavement, or the sidewalk, as the Americans call it. Sometimes the ledge won't send you flying, other times like that it will. But yeah, as long as you follow the route I've shown, then you'll be Gucci. Okay, New York is difficult. New York is difficult, plain and simple. And it's the shortest track, apart from Swamp, which has skips, it's the shortest track in the run. Like, by far, it's the shortest track. As you see there, the door was open, someone fired the chicken. Then just boost all the way to the end. 51. If you can get sub 50, then that's good.
Can you believe that? I won! Do you know what the best part of winning the race
Little stretch.
No, what? It's finally over! Go!
Getting specialed in New York is rare, but it can happen. Maybe like once in every 30, maybe even 50 runs, you'll get specialed in New York. Like, let me have a think, actually. Like, cleaners of specials in each track. Swamp, you shouldn't be getting specialed. Otherwise, something's gone wrong. Ghost Town is pretty likely. Happiness Hotel, yes. Mallory can happen. Maybe like once every 20 runs, you'll get specialed in Mallory. Maybe once in every dozen. Central Park is common. New York is rare. Old London Town is very common. Graveyard is rare. Maybe like, you know, once in every 50. Nah, that's yeah. Yeah, Graveyard, I'd say, is actually more rare than New York, or just as rare as New York. Dock is Dock, you know, you're going to get special. Treasure Island is pretty common. Not super common, pretty common. Secret Base and Cape Doom are both very, very rare to get specialed. Alright, that's it for New York. Graveyard. Okay, Graveyard.
This is the scariest part of this race.
The graveyard?
No, the drivers. Go!
First thing is, you need an item. There's some fruit here. Here's more tap boosting. Right. And you can get that fruit as well, actually, that I just drove past. You want to take this way. This way is faster. Tap boost across the ice. Right, now you want to go up these stairs to the left. If you have a fish, you can fire one now, because the fish does like to travel up the stairs cleaner. Or you can just wait till you're nearer the door to be safe. But whatever happens, you need to break down this door. Take the portal, and take this portal. Saves a few seconds a lap. and then do it again. If you get launched in the air, just boost your way down, fire a chicken here, or whatever item. Yeah, that's a good spot. If you have an item, you need to move backwards, fire it, if it isn't a penguin, that is. Cry thermal. So yeah, if you have a chicken, a fish, or yeah, especially chicken and fish, bomb works as well. But if you have it, fire it as soon as you start driving backwards. Really is another squid moment. It's like when you press reverse, fire an item, and it will launch you back slightly fast. I guess yeah. If you've got no other option, yeah. Let's say if you've got double penguined. Then yeah, your only option is just turn around, fire one at the door. So yeah, you can get this boost here if you want to go across. Probably, yeah, be better to get that boost. Just get an either item. Penguin, okay. So let's say, oh no, the only item I have left is a penguin. Then I'm afraid your only choice is to do that, unfortunately. That's all you can do. One thing you should not do, one thing you absolutely should not do, is get an item, turn around. It really is. But yeah, that 100% you should not do. That doesn't save any time at all. That's the old strat. Oh, nice. And then it was discovered to be slower. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't save any time at all. It loses you time. So don't do that. So that's it. You just need one item that isn't a penguin. Ow. I should also probably show what happens with chickens. So, if you have a chicken, you need to be right up against the door when you throw it. Let's make a save state. Because if you don't, this'll happen. The chicken will just aim for the track. Even if you're a little bit closer, the chicken will just aim for the track. So, chicken, be right up against the door. I have a fish here, so hold reverse. As soon as you start moving back, just fire the fish. I wasn't holding jump. And that will fire you back a few frames faster. If you fire the fish too early, then there's a chance you can bonk on nice. There is a chance you can bonk on the little ledge below the thing. Like this ledge. This little ledge here, there's a chance you can bonk on it if you fire the fish or the item too early. Like when you jump back, you won't actually land up there. So yeah, if you have a chicken, make sure you're right up against the door before firing it. Otherwise, it might change its mind. Or it might just bounce off the door completely. And now there's one more strat I'm going to show off, and this is what we call swag strat. Again, this is optional. But something you can do is if you get enough boost here, you need like at least 3 pieces. You need at least 3 bits. As soon as you head to the ice, you want to, let's make another save, do this. You can do that. It's called Swag Strap because it's what it is. Go on the ice, turn to the left. Once you're past that gravestone, or once you're around that gravestone area, Swag Strap. And that just allows you to get to the portal on all the laps. This only saves 1 second, optimally though. You can go for it, you'll lose a few seconds if you fail it. But if you get it, then cool. So yeah. I think you need at least 3 boost. Maybe you can do it with 2, I'm not sure. Let's just use 1 and see. Because yeah, the more boost you have, the higher you'll get launched. Okay, there I had 2. Oh. Like, I just used a little bit beforehand. Like, it's not too difficult. You will also have less opportunity to get items. Okay, that was too far to the right. So you want to aim. You want to aim more to the left and to the right. Like here, let's aim to the right. Like you see, I just bonk. So you want to aim more to the left than you might think. That was clean. Fire penguin there to move a bit faster. Right, so yeah, here I have no items, so here I'm screwed. So what I would do in this case is, you guessed it, swag strat again, but fail it. So yeah, if you want to go for it, by all means, it's a good strat to get down early. Like, it will be worth in the long run. Again, only saves 1 second, but in a short run like this, 1 second is 1 second, you know? So if you feel confident, you can go for this. If not, then just go for the this route. Ow. If you get forced down these stairs, don't like turn around and go back, just go down the stairs. So yeah, let's say oh no, I failed. Oh, I got up, okay. Let's say, dude, I want to fail. Let's say, oh no, I failed. Then, just gotta go the normal way. Bomb, if you have a bomb, you should probably also wait as well. Fish is the best item, definitely, for breaking down the door, without a shadow of a doubt. Anything else to talk about? Graveyard? Nope. I think that's about it for Graveyard. Let's move on to Treasure Island. Right, we're into the last 2 tracks. Last 2 tracks of the run. So Treasure Island, one of my favourite soundtracks, and also home to the Cannibals. So this is the route you want to take. You want to go straight up here. There's some fruit, drop down into the tunnel. Just across there. There's a line of fruit there to the left. Ignore it. You don't need it. There's a set of stairs to the right. As soon as you get on the first one, you want to boost, and that will send you to the top, like this. Just like that. And there's a little skip as well. I'll explain that a bit more on the next lap. This is another place to explain when you're falling, like I explained in the central part, when you're falling off a ledge, throw a bomb, if you have one, to fall slightly faster, and throw an item when you're turning to help you go around better. Cut this corner. Again, hit the step. Just tap the boost button. So yeah, choices here are either just go round, or if you want to save a little bit of time, you can jump over. The danger is this: if you mess up. So yeah, if you fuck up, then yeah, excuse my French. Yeah, if you fall down, you've got no choice but to just wait till it sends you back up. Sometimes you fuck up, excuse my Latin. So if you don't want to do that, don't worry about it. Fire a bomb, fire a chicken. Yeah, there's a little pocket in the tunnel here, which you can be wary of. I know so many languages indeed. So again, don't. So if you bonk here, don't worry. Just don't fuck up by falling in here down the hole of doom. Excuse my Japanese. They're pretty straightforward, Treasure Island, all things considered. Pretty straightforward. Let me get a good starting position so I can go up here cleanly. Ooh, pole position. Get some boost. Don't use any boost as you go around the corner. You need to save the boost because you need to get across this river. Tap the boost button, jump across. I like to fire some boost as I'm going down here. Yep, same with Happiness Hotel, why the secret doors are there. Yep, you have to play the rest of the game to find out. And yeah, you can get specialed. It doesn't happen super often, but it's more common than like New York and Graveyard and all that. It's much more common. That was me pressing triangle by accident. Why not, again, brake boost to go around that tight corner. These corners. I pushed a little bit too early there, which is why I got sent so high.
Wait, I'm gonna tell Sal. Sal! Yeah!
I won.
Can you believe?
Yeah, that's about it on Treasure Island. I guess I'll explain, if you don't get on the mountain immediately. No, I'd never make a 100% guide. So if you don't get up on the mountain, then just drive as close to it as possible and go in the tunnel. You won't get any boost, but so be it. Screw you, Link. Hey, you haven't got up on the mountain for whatever reason. You've got no choice but just take that route. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Treasure Island. Let's move on to the final track, which is Cape Doom.
Hey,
Mo. So yeah, this is the last track.
have we been
It
here
really
before?
would.
Yo, it's just the lagoon.
Okay, so
Listen.
Cape Doom is... It's a bit rough, I will admit. This is the route you want to take. So See these stars up ahead? Yeah. Want to like aim between these back two here? Between these two I'm driving between. Go over this mound. Drive to fruit. Let me do that cleanly. Because there is a big skip coming up here. Well, maybe aim more to the right. There we go. Ow. Right, let's wait for them to get out of the way. So here's what you want to do. So you'll be around, around here. Here's what you want to do. As soon as you land, you want to start boosting. And as soon as you get near the edge, you need to brake turn to the right. So kind of like this. I started boosting a bit too early there. I should have made a save state too. Fine, Clifford's fine. And we hate Clifford in the Muppet RaceMania community. Don't play as Clifford, whatever you do. Oh, I missed a lot there. Whoa. That can happen. That's an example of a skip you might get. Pull the fruit. Go through the tunnel. As soon as you get to the end of this tunnel, wait for a bit and then boost. Or like as soon as you get to top, just boost. More time spent on the ground, the better. Right, let's try this skip again. Boost, brake turn to the right. There you go. Take a bit of a tighter line there. This is the way I used to do it. Whoa. Like without the brake turn. You still make it over, but the brake turn makes it so much tighter. And if you can avoid bonking on that ledge, it'll be faster. Just boost all the way to the end. And then depending which league you've done first, that would be the end of your run. Right, backups to failing K2's skip, or the backup, I guess. There's two things that can go wrong. Actually, there's three things that can go wrong. First is on lap 1, Muppets will like to try and get in your way. They didn't there. But on lap 1, Muppets will try and get in your way. So if that happens, then you can like drive along the wall. But there's something very important to note, which is the Hall of Doom. Because when you're doing the jump, if you go too tight, you can end up in here. And if that happens, I think it's best to just turn around. As Uka Uka would say, just turn around and go back. Yeah, it's almost certainly not worth it to just go back and try again. Yeah. Oh. And if you fail it, and you've landed in the water, then just drive up on the wall. Yeah. Let's see if I can do an example where the driver's getting my way. Let's get like a lower boost. Okay, a bit higher than that. A little bit higher than that. Also, the music slaps. Let's get like a 17. Yeah. If you want to get more boost here, that's absolutely fine. I even tried to go slower there. Fuck you, Clifford. Oh my god. Got Rizzo back. Rizzo's cool. Let's get like a 15 then. So you're going a bit slow. Muppets will try and get in your way. They can get in your way. That's just something to note. And if that happens, then just take the skips safe. And yeah, I think that's about all to explain. I'll just finish this race, because why not? Ow. Well, I tried to get Whole of Doom there to show you how it happened, but you'll know if you're in the Whole of Doom. You'll know instantly if you've got Whole of Doom. And yes, it's just the lagoon look differently. Let's try. So here we go. Boost, turn. That wasn't clean, but it worked. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Wait, I'm gonna tell Sal.
Sal.
Yeah, I won. Can you believe that? I won.
You're a real winner.
You're being awfully nice.
Oh, I'm
That
sorry,
too.
I meant whiner.
Yeah. Timing will end as soon as you cross the finish line on whatever the final track you're doing is. And yeah, I think that's about all I need to explain. Yeah, that is Muppet RaceMania, RaceMania Leagues A and B. No battle guide. No battle guide. If you have any questions, you can find me at twitch.tv/sound37_RTL. You can join the Muppet RaceMania Discord, which will be linked in the description. If you're watching this on the Twitch VOD as well, it will be in the description. And I think that's about it. Everyone say goodbye to YouTube. Yeah, the Muppet Discord, very welcoming. It's Muppet Cord. Very welcoming. We always love to see new runners and even current runners improving as well. Whatever skill level you are, we always love Muppet runs. But yeah. So, everyone say goodbye to YouTube. Come on. There we go. Cheers for watching. Catch you later.